so far, it's been safe inside the building. So,
Even out in the outfield where it's
That's-
more visible,
I told him.
like,
I told him about that also, and he's not going for it. He's not going for it. So, we tried. All we can do is recommend, you know.
Do they currently have keys?
The two teams that, you know what, I can't answer that. Linda's gonna have to be here for that. I don't know.
I do have something under unfinished business, but there's no public comment. So I don't know if you want to let me say it now or later.
Oh, yeah, please.
I don't know if you know this, but last year, a man contacted me named Maury Aaron about naming a field after Hank Copeland. And it went through the council, it was approved, and they made a $10,000 donation.
Okay.
Okay. They had not decided what they wanted that money to go to. And when I heard about the project of the lights at the Little League Diamond, I emailed Mr. Aaron and I asked him to ask the family if that was something they wanted to contribute the $10,000 to. And I heard back from Hank Copeland's daughter, and he said, or she said, yes, she would like to give that $10,000 to the light project.
Wow.
So
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Jerry, we were supposed to get half of that money.
they didn't want to do that.
That is excellent. Thanks, Sharon.
It's the family's wishes.
That's huge.
Thank you again.
Thanks, Jerry.
Wonderful. We'll have to, we should send a thank you, at least send a thank you. Yes.
What's the cost again?
We- that was
From Springfield?
47,000, I think.
47. And the other place was 32,000 from Universal?
It's in the minutes. Do you have the minutes?
Did I give them?
Yeah. So Universal was 32,000.
Here, I got it. Yes, let's see. Scott gave us a copy of the quote from Springfield Electric for $47,225 for the materials.
That was an old quote from Universal. That's great, but that's
One third right there.
20,000.
That's awesome.
No, they with this 10%. It's 20.
Thirds way.
Very, very. Great.
Don't spend that money yet. Because we were supposed to get half of that money for the pool.
Debbie, the family wanted it to go for baseball.
But we have communication from the two. That half of that money was
From
supposed to
who?
come for the pool.
Who told you that?
I'm gonna go back into everything that I have and look for it.
No.
You can't stop me from going with my communication, Jerry.
No, I'm not, I'm saying that it's going to this is what the family wanted. If you want to read the email, you can.
I don't hear the email.
But the money is not going to the swimming pool.
Okay. Number 8 is discussion, participation with the Concert for a Cause. Okay, since Linda's not here, I'll just give you what Linda had told me. I guess Linda and Mary Noonan were talking, and Mary Noonan said to Linda, why doesn't the Peru Recreation Commission go ahead and put in for, the possibility of getting a donation, the benefits from the concert? And so Linda called me, and I said, well, to me, that sounds like a great idea. I just would like to get your guys' input on it. Like, first off, would you agree with me it's a good idea that we put in at least for it, try to get the money for it?
yeah.
And then, secondly, would be, if we decide to go ahead and pursue this, what would we put the money toward? And I think we have a little time to do that. So what I'd like for you guys to do is think about what we could put the money toward. Now, I don't know exactly, does anybody know how much the concerts raise? You know, just an average.
What do they have in where?
The pool fund received $27,000,
27,000.
but that was high, I think.
In a couple years, she didn't have a good turnout, so it does vary.
Okay,
It varies.
all right.
But I think typically it's a 20.
I think it's it's an opportunity that came to us that I think we should at least put in for.
Say 20,000?
Mm-hmm,
That's all you're saying?
That's
Yes.
typically
For
what.
this concert?
yeah, that's typically.
That's the
That's
donation.
what goes
That's the
to.
donation.
Oh, the amount of donations, not the money that's raised,
No, no,
not
no.
the money that this concert makes.
Just the donation.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, quite a difference. Maybe 20 times more.
Okay, so that's what I'd like for you guys to do, is think about, you know, like I said, we got some time to think about it, but let's think of where we'd like to spend that money if we were to get it. Now, I'm not exactly sure how Mary goes about it. You know, does so many people, or so many organizations put in, and then she chooses? How does that work?
Yeah, I think typically everybody that wants to be involved sends a letter.
Okay,
And then she makes a recommendation.
We tried to keep it for the schools,
Yeah.
is what it started out to be,
okay,
and then coached it for the pool
The
and.
pool fund snuck into 1 year,
okay.
but yeah, typically, I think it's.
That's what I had thought, but since we were contacted, since we were told about it,
Yeah.
I think it's worth a shot.
And it's the city that certainly supports it.
Yes, yep.
Would you like me to contact Mary? I think in the letter, I think you need specifics though, don't you need to
That's-
outline to her
I would think that.
where the money is going to go, so
That's why I think we should, you know, how long do we give it?
I
Do we give it
think we
a,
have to discuss it at the next.
at the next meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
When's the next concert? Probably May?
August of next year, isn't it? Isn't it August?
She has a time limit of when she wants to name
Yeah, she'll let us know.
Okay. Okay, that's it for that. Public comment, any other public comment?
I have a question. In your programs that you do these trips to the flowers and horticulture and that. Is that your program?
No.
No,
Who's
that's
this?
City of Peru does that.
City of Peru
City
does that.
yes.
So what committee's in charge of that?
It is, it's just Watts.
City
Yeah,
clerk's
just-
office?
I think it's
City
just Mike
clerk's
Watts.
office?
Yeah, I guess. Public Works.
No one does it as far as the money that's all laid for these programs? I went on one.
I think Mike Watts is
I will
just in
never go
charge.
again.
So white knuckle play.
Basically, it was disorganized, and the amount of money, I mean, you get your lunch paid for, and we ate at, this was the one to Lake Geneva.
No, the Galena.
Galena, excuse me, I won't go through all the horrid details about we got lost several times and didn't know where he was going and whatever. But anyway, we were told you could have $15 for lunch, and then he ordered all these extra appetizers and that, and probably ended up spending $20 a piece on everybody. I think it's a little outrageous. I've been on other trips.
Call Dave.
Bob and Sherry, who should Mrs. Click address this with?
City clerk.
City Clerk Dave Bartley?
I would say, unless
Or is it-
I think,
How
well,
many people were on the one you went?
if you
It was
remember,
filled, how many ever the bus
last year, they
accommodates.
did ask
So-
us
The
if we
little
wanted
bus.
Bob
The little bus.
Mike to
So
continue
15.
these trips.
Yeah.
So I think it
No,
falls under
I
us.
think it's 13, 14, something like that, I don't know, I don't
Pretty sure
remember.
it does.
All I remember is, I'll never go again.
Should she attend your committee then, Sherry?
Yeah, I think we would be the ones, Bob and I would be the ones you come to and
Okay,
first, and then,
when do I mean, it was worthless. There were, relatively speaking, no gardens to look at. We toured a house and that was about it.
when was this?
This summer, I can go back and look up the date for you, but it was,
I don't know.
it
I
was
actually
the
think
golden
that should go
trip.
through the city clerk's office and then on to Gary Black. Mike Watts is Gary Black's employee.
But Dave, they did ask us
Yes.
at the beginning of the year if we wanted to continue these, to
Oh, they
allow
can't-
Mike to continue
Gary came to
these
your
trips.
committee with that?
Gary came to your,
Or Bartley, I think, one of them, one of them,
That's fine.
Yeah, you can see is which,
public property.
when do you meet?
Okay, that's,
I just thought
let's
somebody
see.
ought to open their mouth
Yeah.
and say something.
Feedback is good.
Sure. And we've never had a complaint, so
Well,
we welcome it, you know.
I'd like
If
to
there's a
move
problem,
on.
let's fix it.
I can find out what we have budgeted for.
I need to go back to communications real quick. I was talking to Chuck Dicebeck, and he had got a call from Tom Edgecombe, and he wanted to know about the second treatment of spraying our fields, all the diamonds. And I believe that was for the cost of $1,100. And so I need to know, do we need to move on that? Do we need to get that going? Let's.
As soon as possible.
Yep. I believe Tom told me he'd like to get it done before the first hard freeze. And we haven't had a hard freeze yet, so, but that's coming pretty quick. Ray, would you like to contact Tom and let him know to go ahead with that spraying?
Do you want me to make a motion to?
Didn't we already make the motion in, when we first started this, back in the spring?
We agreed for 2 treatments.
We agreed for 2 treatments, so I don't think, that motion was made, so I think we just need to go through with it.
Yes, because typically your fall is your weed and your spring is your pre-emergence,
Yes, yeah,
and they work with each other.
okay. All right.
I'm not surprised.
On to new business. All right, Ron, fireworks. We do have three bids, 3 sealed bids.
It's not on the agenda.
Yeah, you guys really can't do this because it's not on your
And
agenda.
that's fine. We did know he was going to have the last one. He secured it at 6:30 tonight.
It's new business, you can bring up new business if you want.
can't act.
You can't act on it.
We can open.
You cannot, you can't open bids
Bids.
under new business.
New business. Why can't you open
You can't vote on it.
No,
We said
No,
you
we're not gonna
can't
vote.
act on it.
No,
This
You
should have
can't
been,
act
this
on it.
should have been on the agenda if it was gonna be proposed and talked about, because there are people that wanted to be here for this.
Lois, you didn't get the bid until 6:30 tonight.
All right,
They're gonna
so
open the bids.
then
They're
you
not
wait.
gonna vote on anything.
then you wait, just like you do at a council
According to
meeting.
you,
No, it's new business, he can open up bids if he wants to, they can't vote on which one to take, but he can open the bids and look at them.
I believe we can.
I think there's a problem with this.
I mean, it's July
What do you
10th.
guys-
I don't have a problem with tabling.
We table
You
it?
want to table it?
We'll table it.
Thank you.
Were more than 3 bidders requested? You might have to consider that.
They were supposed
You know, if the request for
The
bids
guy
went
was
out to
gonna
10,
tonight.
and you got 3, 1 late this evening, I don't think you could do it.
Ryan, without three?
Yeah. No.
I have requested 3, and I got 3.
All right.
Tabling it?
Yeah, I guess we'll table it.
Was there any timeline on the bids? I mean, as far as,
Well, I know everybody was wanting us to get it
no, I
opened up
know
by
that,
October.
but did you have any, a deadline as far as when they were gonna stop accepting bids?
Ron, was there a deadline?
No, there was no deadline. In fact, I don't know why we're doing it in October.
Other than it was requested by our committee.
So it shouldn't get your
Well, it
thing.
was requested by our property and notice.
Yeah, should have been.
This will be fine, we can find out from
And it's
corporate
great, I
council
mean,
what's
There's
law,
a gentleman
Right,
over there.
right.
what's legal. and
Yeah.
It's not sealed bids.
Oh, there's a gentleman that has his hand up.
Oh,
Can I ask a question? And I was the one that dropped off the last bid late to Ron. And he probably brought up a good point. I probably shouldn't talk about what's in my bid or the bidding process, but that's fine. But can I make or ask a question? What is your main criteria for determining the winner of the bid?
Can you state your name? please?
I'm sorry, Robbie Novak with Extreme Pyrotechnics.
Extreme, thanks, Robbie.
Ron, would you like to answer?
It would have to